Pine Needles Lodge and Golf Club. This is where it all begins for a great golf trip to the Pinehurst, Southern Pines, Sand Hills area of North Carolina. This iconic property has been in operation for many years, providing the ultimate golf experience, which now even got better with the addition of a third course for the rotation. Pine Needles, Mid Pines, and the newly renovated Southern Pines, all with the signature of architect Donald Ross. We bring all of that to you in the latest episode of The Traveling Golfer.
One moment changes everything. Distance, precision, decided in a microsecond. So reduce your ball spin and get the most performance at impact with 4 yards more. A next-gen golf tee proven by pros and players like you. The unique durable design flexes at contact, reducing ball spin, giving you tighter control and more distance. So change your game and get 4 yards more. Brought to you by Greenkeepers. Golf Smart.
It screams. It tracks. It's soft. It reacts. It is the Bridgestone Tour B with a game-changing reactive cover designed to spring faster off your driver and stick longer to your wedges. Try Bridgestone's Tour Bs, the Tour Ball reinvented.
At Yingling, we've been brewing great beer that brings people together for nearly 2 centuries. Wherever good times happen, Yingling Traditional Lager has been there and will be for the next round. Yingling, to good times ahead.
Golfers, we're different. We aren't afraid to go for it. We're dedicated. And we never stop. Not every place gets us, but one does. Myrtle Beach, 78 courses, 60 miles of beach. You could say we were made for each other. The beach gets golfers. Golfers get the beach. Book your Myrtle Beach golf getaway today.
Kelly Miller, President, Pine Needles. I want to give it the official title, but I still want to call it Piece of Heaven in Pinehurst because that's what it's been to me for many, many years. And it has been a family-run place for so many years.
Yeah, it goes back to early 1953 when Mr. and Mrs. Bell got involved here with Julius Boris and the Cosgroves family. And so they became partners here in 53, and the Cosgroves at the time and Julius were leasing Mid Pines, and then 2 years later they had the chance to buy it, so the Bells bought them out, and kind of, as they say, the rest is history. So the Bells have been here since 1953. What better place? It's the home of American golf, as they say.
The Bells being the Bell family, and one particular lady who I had the pleasure of interviewing a number of occasions, World Golf Hall of Famer Peggy Kirk Bell. This was her home.
Yeah, this was her home, and I didn't call her Peg all that often. I called her Ma Bell, which is what a lot of people called her.
Really?
Because, well, that's kind of who she was. I mean, this was her home. I mean, she treated people as somebody, as if it was her house, and that's the feeling they wanted to have from the hospitality standpoint. She had been such a pioneer in golf, ladies tour. Being a pilot that flew around, this is well before, Arnold Palmer. She became known as a teacher, and that's really what she was. She was a teacher, but she taught more than golf. She taught about life and taught so many people so many things. She was the most genuine person I had ever met. I never met anybody that didn't like Peggy Bell.
I second that. Well, of course, there's another pretty famous name attached to Pine Needles, Mid Pines, Southern Pines, the entire resort.
Yeah.
Guy by the name of Ross.
Donald Ross himself. You know, he put a mark on this property, but more importantly, he put a mark on golf. I mean, there's nobody that created more enjoyment, probably some hair pulling as well, than Donald Ross. Anybody can build, you and I can build a hard golf course. And a great golf course is one that the average guy and gal can go around and play and really enjoy, and yet it be a test for the best players, you know, really strong amateurs or the best players in the world. So that is a hard one to do, but Donald Ross does it the best. Fun little history of the U.S. Open. Women's U.S. Opens here. It happened up in the bar. I was with Judy Bell, who was then the president of the USGA, and Mrs. Bell, and we actually had the women's senior amateur here, and we had the girls junior previously. And she said, Judy, we've had the kids and we've had the old ladies. She says, when are you going to bring us some pros? And she said, Peg, if you want the Open, you got it. Started in 1996, and obviously having a great champion in Annika. Fast forward to 2001, and we had a great champion in Kari Webb, you know, and then of course 2007, Christy Kerr. So I think the course is, again, we talked a little bit about Donald Ross, you know, a place for great players and identifying great players. We've got 3 great Hall of Famers that were champions here, and then of course Helen Alfredson in 19.
Of course, Helen Alfredson in the Women's Senior Open. There's a lot of great, old, historic golf courses and golf resorts across America. Not all of them continue to get better. This resort is the poster child for improving with age. Folks, Kelly Miller, president, come and see him. He's around here all the time. You'll run into him. It's his place.
Come here anytime, and you come here anytime.
It's all about the experience. It's all about, you know, whichever experience you appreciate more, but it's all about the camaraderie with your friends and your fellow golfers. That's what we're all about.
We're with Graham Gilmore. He is the general manager and director of golf for Pine Needles and Mid Pines, and I can't stress this enough. For those looking to totally immerse themselves in a golf trip, this is the place. Stay here, play here.
We're very proud of the product we have here at Pine Needles and Mid Pines. We've got 2 different type of accommodations for lodging. We've got our Pine Needles Lodge, which consists of 73 rooms. We have lodges that can house just a single bed, you know, king room. We've got lodges that can house up to 20 golfers at one time. So the experience is all about having the social golfer come with their buddies or with whatever group they're with and get to experience Pine Needles and Mid Pines. And then on our sister property at Mid Pines,
I've been here. Go ahead, tell them about this experience.
It's truly a magnificent facility, built in 1921, so it's going to be well over 100 years old. So we've got 48 to 54 hotel rooms in the inn, and then we also have different villas along the 10th fairway, which again, great for groups to rent out and enjoy those accommodations as well.
I've stayed there. These mini mansions, let's call them, are the ultimate golf experience. You've got 8 people staying in there together, big living room.
That's right.
I feel like I'm in the lap of luxury. Let's face it, folks. You don't even have to leave the property if you don't want to, because there's restaurants here, of course the lodging, practice facilities, all the golf courses, whatever you want. And the restaurants on property, you've got some dining experiences that are catering to the golfer.
Absolutely. You know, that's, again, it goes back to having the golfer come experience the facility, from having a quick breakfast or even having to sit down and enjoying the experience in either restaurant to a great experience for lunch. We've got the In the Rough Lounge here at Pine Needles, you know, with the sunken bar looking over this beautiful golf course here. And then also another great option at Mid Pines in our Pops Lounge, overlooking the magnificent 18th hole. I mean, it's really 2 of the best views or 19th holes in golf.
Graham Gilmore is sitting here waiting for you to come to Pine Needles. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Here is to all my friends at the bar who've been here for happy hour. Some have been here since breakfast. Okay, we're happy to have you all. Cheers. Cheers. leave it to the traveling golfer to interrupt the PGA Tour professional, a lifetime PGA Tour pro, Pat McGowan. Here at Pine Needles, you have become a fixture, director of instruction, but how did you make your way to Pinehurst?
Well, it was a long time ago. Actually, I had the tourist school qualifying at Pinehurst number 4, just up the road. And a friend of mine, Bruce Robertson, brought me to Pine Needles. He said, you know, the Bell family, Mr. and Mrs. Bell, are great with the young pros. He said, we might be able to get a free room. I know the family. So a young pro's motto, if it's free, I'll take 3. So of course I stayed here the whole visit. When I checked out, there was no charge. And if you ask Bonnie, Mr. and Mrs. Bell's daughter, who's my wife now of 40 years, how you met Pat, she said, well, heck, Pat checked in 1977. He never checked out. I couldn't afford to check out now.
Great story. And yeah, it has been a wonderful marriage, not only you and Bonnie 40 years, but you and Pine Needles. And of course, having a facility like this to teach at is really sort of a I guess it's a little bit of a dream for a pro.
Absolutely.
But it's also a dream for us who go away on golf trips and want to totally immerse ourselves in golf. We're not talking about a golf trip to Vegas where there's a lot of distractions. If you want to immerse yourself in golf, you need a place that also has the practice facility, and this is certainly it.
Well, thank you, Tony. Mr. and Mrs. Bell, years ago when they bought Pine Needles way back in 1953, their plan was to have a place where you could come, feel like part of the family, park your car over there and do everything here. Eat your meals here, stay here in your nice room, play all your golf, enjoy this wonderful 17-acre driving range we have here at Pine Needles, and just make it a nice little vacation where you don't have to go anywhere else. Come and buy a $2 ticket and play all 3 of our golf courses. Absolutely.
There
Might
you go.
win the trifecta.
Pat McGowan, 15 years on the PGA Tour. And all I can say is just spending some time with him at Pine Needles is a treat for the traveling golfer.
Thank you, Tony.
Hi, I'm Matt Neely, Vice President of Product Development at Tour Edge Golf. With the 722 lineup and every new product launch, we're given the incredible opportunity to build upon our past successes and failures to create new and exciting products to bring to the marketplace. With that opportunity comes a lot of pressure to create product that is actually better than the ones that came before it. That process involves the creation and iteration of multiple product lines, iterating and improving until we have a product that fits all of our criteria. The final output requires a lot of boxes to be checked before we consider our job done. When looks, feel, and performance all match up with our expectations, there's no better feeling in the world. It's not all sunshine and roses though. Along the way, we end up with a lot of failed prototypes. A lot of great ideas on paper that really end up being complete failures in practice. If I could walk you through our R&D library, you'd see a lot of things that would make you turn your head or perhaps even walk away from golf altogether. But with every failed prototype comes some great learning about what to do and what not to do. And if we aren't failing, then we aren't pushing the envelope far enough. With 722, you'll get the chance to see some of these successes. A well-rounded product lineup capable of fitting a wider array of golfers that is, in my opinion, our best product launch ever. But just know that somewhere at Tour Edge headquarters, there's a box full of failures.
Houdini? Wow, baby's got back. Houdini. Houdini, that's pretty cool. I'm an escape artist myself.
So what is it?
The easiest clubs you'll ever play.
Is that Bernhard?
Oh great, Langer. You know why I play Tour Edge? Because I win with it.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
Imagine a golf ball with the grip of a tire. Well, that's what you get with Bridgestone's new E12 Contact. Because the new Contact Force dimple uses contact science technology, similar to Bridgestone's high-performance tires. Engineered to create 38% more contact at impact. For more distance and control, try Bridgestone's new E12 Contact. Straight distance, driven by science.
You don't have to go away to get away. Go and explore.
Find the small businesses that make where you live a community. When you dine, choose homemade. On a free weekend, discover the great outdoors. And if it's brewed here, enjoy it with friends. Support small for an experience you won't find anywhere else. Make it local, make it Main Street, make it Modco.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar.
This was the place. This was the arrival spot for everybody that came down to Pinehurst from New England, right through this area and down to Florida. So this was kind of the midway point for everybody heading south or heading back north afterward. This was the Mecca. This is where Pinehurst started, and the train system was a very important and viable part of the economy here back in the day.
I'm with Phil Wers, President CEO of the Pinehurst Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, covering the entire Sand Hills area, but we are in beautiful downtown Southern Pines, a sleepy little town that has awakened recently with a lot of great shops and restaurants. And Pine Needles Lodge, Mid Pines, and now their new Southern Pines Golf Course is a repolished gem in the Pinehurst collection.
Amazing. I mean, when you talk about, a lot of people talk about Pinehurst, you talk about Pinehurst number 2, number 4, number 8 could probably be the 3 best at Pinehurst. But now that Kelly Miller and Ross Resorts has purchased Southern Pines Golf Club, you can really say Pine Needles, Mid Pines, and Southern Pines Golf Club right up there with 2, 4, and 8. So a great triumvirate or trio of golf courses you can play. All original Ross designs, and Kyle France did an amazing job with the redesign.
And so conveniently located to Southern Pines. I mean, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump to the resorts. For those who maybe want to take some shopping in Southern Pines and Pinehurst Village, and of course the restaurants there.
Oh my gosh, amazing. We're standing just right across the street from their ice cream parlor there. Makes great hot dogs, by the way. Then you got Betsy's Crepes, you've got Chef Warren's right over here. The list goes on and on of local restaurants. So, you know, if you're looking for chain restaurants, you're not going to be happy with this, but local restaurants that use amazing innovative chefs to make dishes that are created from a lot of the produce and what's delivered to them daily from farmers right here in Moore County. So I mean, you're talking about fresh, delicious meals that are made here local by local chefs.
Phil Wers, President CEO, Pinehurst CVB, and the #1 host for anyone who comes to the Pinehurst area. Thanks, Phil.
Thanks, Tony.
Love the hat, Ross. That's what I got. I got Ross. Standing here with Kyle France, golf course architect, based in Pinehurst, lives in Pinehurst, and he is the architect behind the construction of the newest golf course in Pinehurst, Southern Pines. Oh wait, is it the oldest golf course? No, it's the oldest, newest. I'm so confused. Help me out here, Kyle.
Well, you got a lot of them right in there, actually. So, golf course originally built in 1906. Great old golf course, great old Donald Ross design. As everybody who's ever played a Donald Ross design knows, everything fits together, really uses the land in a lot of beautiful, cool ways out there. I personally think it's the best piece of land that Donald Ross worked on here in Pinehurst, which says a lot. He did a lot of really great golf courses. But beautiful flowing terrain and some really great side hills where you get some fun ground game shots, and then also some jumps across some beautiful ponds and lakes out across the property. It's an architect's dream.
Now, Kyle, when this course was built in 1906, I'm going to take a wild guess. There weren't that many trees out here. I know from looking at the property a couple of years ago, there were trees everywhere. What happened with regard to tree removal?
There was a lot of trees. You know, trees multiply quickly over the decades, and we really wanted to remove a lot of trees at the edge of the holes, get that width back that we were talking about, really get it where the players can golf their ball around and have fun and not have to chip out from behind trees all day long. We want to show it off. We don't want to just be ensconced in trees, covered by it all. We want to show off those beautiful vistas, the beautiful lakes across the property. We want to show them off. The one thing that people will notice that's just a little bit different from mid-pines and pine needles is this actually really is the most wild and woolly set.
Whoa!
We've had here. There's a lot of cool little rolls and dips and hollows and valleys in the greens. So we really wanted people to kind of walk off and be like, man, I just hit 20 of the funnest putts that I've ever hit out there. And
so if you like the images you see out there at Southern Pines, thank the traveling golfer. If you 3 or 4 putt on the greens, there's the guy right here. I'll give you his number. Kyle France, architect, based right here in the Pinehurst Sand Hills area. This is his playground out here. Played in for a couple of years, and the result, well, now it's your playground, Southern Pines. Blair Miller, club manager at Southern Pines. The man who has been here before and after the renovation has heard comments before and after the renovation. What are the players saying?
Everyone's been very excited about it. Before the restoration, everyone could kind of tell the bones were there. It just needed what we thought was a little TLC, and we were able to give it that. And I think ever since then, people have just been very blown away. It's exceeded our expectations, and I think for the most part, people that have come out and played it, they felt the same way.
This is the affordable option. You've got resort pricing at Pine Needles and Mid Pines, and of course the other courses throughout the area. It's good to see that this course is affordable for everyone.
Sure, yeah, it's always been an affordable option here. It'll continue to be an affordable option.
All right, Southern Pines, reborn. Come and see Blair Miller.
Tradition at its best. Golf lives right here in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Home to the most historic, top-ranked clubs in the country. More than 50 courses and over 300,000 yards of green. With nearly 80 nearby hotels, incredible attractions, and dining options. It's clear Montgomery County isn't just a place to play golf. It's a destination. Stay and play in Montgomery County. Book your tee time now at montcogolf.com.
One moment changes everything. Distance, precision, decided in a microsecond. So reduce your ball spin and get the most performance at impact with 4 yards more. A next-gen golf tee proven by pros and players like you. The unique durable design flexes at contact, reducing ball spin, giving you tighter control and more distance. So change your game and get 4 yards more. Brought to you by Greenkeepers. Golf smart.
Golfers, we're different. We aren't afraid to go for it. We're dedicated. And we never stop. Not every place gets us, but one does. Myrtle Beach, 78 courses, 60 miles of beach. You could say we were made for each other. The beach gets golfers. Golfers get the beach. Book your Myrtle Beach golf getaway today.
Brett Harless, head golf professional at Mid Pines. Brett, we picked number 16, one of your favorite holes.
Yes, sir.
But before we play it, can you give one bit of advice to the golfers who come to play these 3 Ross courses, something that might help them?
Sure, yeah. So all 3 courses are second shot golf courses. We put a premium on hitting a good tee ball, not just in the middle of the fairway, but the right spot of the fairway. That way you can hit a good approach shot into the greens.
All right, and what makes 16 such a special hole?
Whew. There's a lot of things about 16, but at Mid Pines we have a lot of great elevation changes. As you can see behind us, this kind of capitalizes on one of those great elevation changes. Elevated tee ball down to a great landing area on 16.
All right, we're going to see if we can hit that fairway And if we can hit the correct side of the fairway, huh?
Here we go, Tony.
Well, we found the short grass.
There we go. A doggle hunt, huh?
Wow. Tee it high and let it fly. Brett, I hit a pretty good drive off that elevated tee. Got it in the fairway.
Yes, sir.
But I can hardly see all the way up there to your ball, 50 yards ahead of me. I'll see if I can get this on the green. Bump it up there. Oh, yeah!
There it is.
Darn flat bellies, they just hit it too far. How about it?
You got it. Should be the right number.
Well, Brett, you took the high road, I took the low road. I got it just inside you a little bit. Let's see if we can make a birdie.
All right, let's see.
Oh! There you go. I'll take a par against a good player like this any day in the world. Good half.
Good half.
So much about the famous hot dogs at the halfway house in Mid-Pines. Producer Dustin Gilder needed one to get through the chute, so I got him one. Enjoy. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did being here at Pine Needles, Mid-Pines, Southern Pines, all in the Pinehurst Sandhills area of North Carolina. An amazing golf trip. Put it on your bucket list, and we hope to see you somewhere else down the golf trail with a traveling golfer.